how does a worldview that says everything came from nothing, that is not A, B, C. That's nothing and then A. How does a worldview that says order came from complete chaos, no order developed order? So I'm looking at the foundation, if you will, of the worldview going, the foundation doesn't seem to have A, B, C. So why are
Can I
we?
do? I want to derail this because there's a question I wanted to ask so bad for so long. So,
Okay.
do you think that I think that there was ever nothing?
Well, I mean, it's a 50-50. You can either believe in universal, eternal, matter, or you can believe that maybe the new quantum physics is able to pop universes in and out of existence. So
Right,
I'm not
but
sure.
even but both of those sides say that there was something. Like a quantum vacuum is a thing, and matter being eternal is a thing. So both of those things have something. Neither view has nothing.
So either way, something is eternal.
Correct. And for
Okay.
you, God is eternal.
Right.
So I just I hear you and Frank and a lot of people, they're always talking about, well, how can you think that something came from nothing? And I just always want to scream, none of us think there was ever nothing.
Okay.
Um, so that's not like, to me, that's like a who created God question, frankly. This is just category error. And I agree that who created God is a dumb question, right? Because
It
that's not the
assumes
category.
something that's not, yeah,
Right.
that's not
So
part of the.
I'm sorry to derail. It's just something I've always wanted to
No,
ask. That's
that
not something you did think that some atheists think that there was nothing.
I think there are still atheists that would say there was they take what Lawrence Krauss has done, and I know he had to find nothing and it's not actually nothing, but I think there are atheists that would take that and I almost want to say ignorantly or not ignorantly go, no, there had to be a time when there was nothing. I think the argument of, and Frank Turk puts this forth, of if materialism is eternal or if material is eternal or something in the material world is eternal, you could never get to a finite point in time, which is an interesting, very, very interesting philosophical argument. But so I do think there are some atheists that hold that, and maybe that's out of ignorance, maybe that's out of, not ignorance, but I do think there are atheists that hold that. Are you thinking
Uh,
I'm wrong?
well, I just don't think that and of course, anecdotal evidence is never great. But I actually now regularly ask this question of anyone I meet who's even fresh non-believer, like, do you ever think there was nothing? Just because it comes up so often from a Apologist's mouth. So I guess the only thing I would say is, if you're a Christian talking to someone, don't assume that the person thinks that there ever was nothing, because everything after that is going to fall on deaf ears. Almost like if I said the F word here, everything I
Right.
would say after that would fall on deaf ears. Assuming that I think that there was nothing is maybe a strategic mistake. So
No, and that's a good correction for me. I'll be more careful with that. My mind immediately goes to, okay, take that one off the shelf and go, okay,
sure,
what about
sure.
order from chaos and all the other,
Yep.
laws from not anyway. So I automatically think of all those things. But no, that's helpful for me. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Wow, yeah, thank you. This is encouraging to me, enjoyable to me to think these things out. And we need to go on tour together. We need to put on
I
a
would love
really
that.
good show for people. That would be a
Um,
blast.